So welcome back to another video today. As you're probably fully aware, there's a brand new Battlefield game being released later this year, but God only knows how they managed to make another Battlefield game within a year, because Battlefield 4 took 2 years to develop and release, and even when it did release, it was a glitchy, buggy centric game, which was very disappointing and quite annoying, because Battlefield 4 should have been the next best thing. I've said this many times, but it really should have been, and it frankly wasn't. So it put a scar on the entire Battlefield franchise and all the future EA products, because a lot of people aren't even going to look or touch or pre-order the next Battlefield game, which is quite disappointing, because after what I've seen today, there was a gameplay trailer leaked. I'm not allowed to show you anything because it says confidential and do not distribute, so that's pretty much a massive fail, but I can't show you the trailer. I can, however, tell you everything I saw within the trailer, whether that's weapons, maps, game modes, you name it, everything in between I'm going to cover. So this is going to be a one-stop place for everything multiplayer so far in Battlefield Hardline. Let's start off with destruction. Now, destruction, of course, there's going to be some, but not quite on the level or scale of Battlefield 4, because Battlefield 4, I think, trumped every single previous Battlefield game in the way they did destruction. They called it Levolution. Now, Levolution saw skyscrapers being brought down, dams being broken, maps being flooded at one point in time. That is truly incredible and astonishing, because to be able to bring down a whole skyscraper in a video game is incomprehensible. But Battlefield Hardline won't see destruction on quite such a massive scale. It will see destruction, just in more of the scale of Battlefield 3 or Bad Company 2. I don't think, however, you can bring down actual buildings. You can blow open walls. They did mention in the video you can blow open a wall to a bank vault, because that's part of one of the game modes, to enter a bank vault and get out with the loot. So if you can just blow open the wall to the exit out the back, you can just get out very easily and very quickly with the money, the gold, whatever it might be. But that's going to be very interesting. However, the setting in Battlefield Hardline is all America, even the single player of which looks very cool. I'm not going to talk about today, it's going to be something separate, but everything America, urban, close quarter, infantry, focus maps, you name it, it's going to be Metro-tastic. Now, I've seen a video on YouTube about a guy getting hit with a taser, which looks very unpleasant, but basically he got hit with the taser, went rigid and started screaming. So in Battlefield Hardline, you can see exactly that, of course, missing out the screaming part, but you hit somebody with a taser and they just drop to the floor instantaneously. Whether or not that sounds quite annoying or quite effective to you, I don't really know, but it's definitely going to be a good way of at least preventing the criminals from escaping, or at least too quickly, because the taser, it is going to be limited at range. It's going to be a close range only weapon, and of course the ammo is going to be limited as well. But we also have weapons such as the 93R, M4A5 sniper rifle, UMP45, LSAT LMG, AUG A3, MP7, FAMOS M16A3/4. I couldn't really tell the difference, but we also have the M416 and P90, following up with the 870 MCS shotgun. Now, they may not be confirmed, they may change, the names may change in the fullness of time, but so far that's what I picked out from the trailer, at least what they look like. So do expect a wider arsenal of weapons in the full game, because that's pretty limited and pretty standard stuff. Okay, so now Battlefield has always been vehicle centric, with air warfare, jets, stealth jets, especially in the addition of Battlefield 4, with stealth jets and attack jets, attack helicopters, little birds, Hueys, transport helicopters, tanks, jeeps, quad bikes, dirt bikes, you name it, is in Battlefield 4. But whereas Battlefield Hardline may not have quite a vast array of vehicles, it definitely has some very interesting, very exciting vehicles. So you can still jump in the air in a plane, on the seas with a boat. You have muscle cars, police cruisers, SWAT vans, helicopters of a Huey and little bird nature. You also have motorcycles. Now, I say motorcycles, not dirt bikes, because they are super bikes, which go about 200 miles per hour everywhere. That's going to be incredible. And one situation they showed was the superbike jumping off a multi-story car park building, which is incredible. That's going to be just so epic. So with zip lines above you, motorcycles jumping off rooftops, it's going to be awesome. Okay, so now let's talk about the game mode. So starting things off, we have heist mode. Now, heist mode sees the robbers naturally trying to break into a bank, a jewelry shop, whatever it might be. I'm just kind of guessing at the scenario, but the one they showed in the gameplay was a bank vault. Now, you have to try and get into the bank vault and get out safely and alive with the loot. So gold, money, etc, etc. You name it, you can probably steal it. So obviously the cops are going to have to try and stop you, wait outside, make blockades, put spike strips down, and either kill you or take you down in a do or die car chase. That's going to be just fantastic to watch and hopefully be a part of. Now, rescue mode sees the cops try and save hostages from a hostage situation. So it could be called swastage, maybe, I don't know. But it sounds very cool because obviously you're going to have to try and prevent the cops from taking the hostages. One by one they're going to dissipate, and eventually, once all the hostages have gone, either by free will or by the police, you probably lose the game. Now, something I'm very, very excited to see is Hotwire. Now, Hotwire is basically a conquest style game mode, just remove the flag, I presume, because the cops and the criminals chase and roam around an open world huge map, say a desert. That's a New York style setting with buildings and skyscrapers all around you. Either way, that's going to be truly, truly epic. And of course, the place to have all those cinematic epic car chases. Now, last but not least, we have Blood Money. Now, Blood Money sees the cops and the criminals fight over a huge pile of money, or gold, or drugs, etc, etc. But basically, whichever team, the cops or the robbers, manage to secure the loot, they have to try and take it back to their base without dying or losing whatever they've just taken. So it's going to be very, very similar to Capture the Flag, just with money or gold or something of that loot description. It's going to be very, very cool, and I'm very, very excited, not only for the game modes or the weapons or the vehicles, but hopefully for the entire game. I say hopefully because of what we saw in Battlefield 4 definitely puts an impression of what we might see in the future Battlefield games, but somebody other than DICE making a new Battlefield game, a little bit preemptive, I definitely am, but I'm very excited nonetheless. Hopefully you are too. So let me know in the comment section below what you think of Battlefield Hardline so far. If you haven't seen the trailer, then you're definitely in for a treat at E3. So with that said, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, until next time.